Los Angeles. This is bigger than where we come from. This is about where we go from here. For every OG, every big homie, every little homie, every mother, every father, every person searching for purpose. Welcome.
Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Yeah. West Coast sun shining while the city come alive. Palm trees in the breeze, another day to survive. I seen pain in the streets, I seen dreams in the struggle. Seen people lose hope, then rebuild from the rubble. Every set got a story, every block got a past. Every scar got a lesson if you willing to ask. Little homie on the corner, looking for direction. Searching for respect, searching for acceptance. Big homie put them
Closer, listen, young man.
Your life worth
More than a weapon in your hand.
Real power ain't fear, real power is control. It's the knowledge in your mind and the strength in your soul.
Put down the guns, pick up the wisdom. Put down the hate, find your vision.
A mind awakening is a force that can't break. Consciousness is the path that we gotta create.
Under the groove, where knowledge becomes wisdom, where struggle becomes strength, where family builds together, and we break those chains. What's under your groove?
Is it love?
Is it purpose?
Is it purpose?
Is it unity?
Is it community?
Wake up, black people. It's time we elevate the future in our hands. We can't afford to wait. Under the groove.
I remember family dinners, everybody at the table. Elders telling stories, teaching lessons when they able. Grandma's voice carry history through the room, showing us the roots before we ever saw the bloom. Now we living in a time where the connection got lost, where we count what we gain but forget what it costs. Everybody got a phone but nobody wanna call. Everybody got a platform but nobody wanna build walls. Not walls that divide us, walls that protect. A foundation of knowledge, a future with respect. We gotta teach the children who they are and where they came from. Show them they're your kings and queens before the world names them. Community is power when the people unite. A family standing together can turn darkness to light.
Under the groove, when knowledge becomes wisdom, struggle becomes strength. Where family builds together, and we break those chains. What's under your groove?
Is it love?
All right. What's under your groove? All right. Welcome, everybody. This is Under Groove Podcast. Oh, man, it's always something. Trust me, man. But this is what builds us, make us better. All right. Anyway, here we are, man. Here I am, and there you are. Welcome to Under Groove Podcast. Please, before we get started, like, share, comment, and subscribe for all of those of you who have not at this point. All right. We would appreciate it here on this Get Out. I got something, man. But first, before I go into that, I want to say something. The things that have been jumping off, man, in our community, it seems as if, man, there's something at work, man, to get us back at each other in such a way, to where, drama is what, is what we're looking for, is what they need to occur in our communities amongst each other, man. It never fails, right? And it never astonishes me or, it's always that. Put it like that. It's always something, man, that needs to be in effect negative concerning us against each other to get people to get them really worked up and riled up. All right. It's always something. Crazy work is what I call it. All right. It's crazy work, man, because we have individuals, man, taking part in this shit, man, to a point they're doing it, man, just for likes and shit, man, to go viral. They're willing to put themselves in jeopardy and others just for hits, man, for clout. You can't tell me that's not crazy work. And at the same time, you can't tell me that these guys know that they don't know what they're doing, and they're working in conjunction with those who need them to do this shit to keep us off balance, you know, to keep us distracted, to keep us tripping on trivial shit, on frivol. They got us tripping on frivol, man, while real shit is actually going on around us, man. Real things are actually taking place and occurring around us, but we stuck on each other, man. We'll go defend other people before we defend ourselves. You know what I mean? And then I'm hearing this chatter, this, you know, not blowback per se, but people coming to the defense of Crip Mac in such a way to say, hey, man, you know, shit, we was doing that shit back in the day. You know, we did it, you know, so why we, you know, I say this, man, my response to that is this. Yeah, we did that, man. We didn't have the internet, man. We didn't have social media when we were doing that shit. You know what I mean? And I like to think that if we did, there would have been brothers and sisters in that space saying, man, what the fuck are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Killing each other over nothing, over streets we don't own, man. Nobody own anything. My thing is this, though. I don't think there's no place to defend not just what Crip Mac is doing, but any of the other cats that are doing this shit, man. There's no space in terms of defending what they're doing, because we all know we're at war. But what's been put in front of us is that we're at war with each other rather than we're at war with other people, other ethnicities, other demographics. And see, that's where I'm telling you the BS is in play. It's there, man, to keep us distracted. So, you know, it's not as simple as, oh, man, we did it, man. So, you know, by the same token, you got to let them know, man. No, man, we're in a different time, man. This is 2026, man. And it is no doubt in my mind that the majority of us know these people are gunning for us. They're roping us, gunning for us by any means necessary. They're trying to get us. Now, if that does not give individuals, man, a mindset, or put them in the mindset of saying, okay, we got to replace this bullshit with some real shit, I don't know what will, man. I don't know what will. Brothers who are defending, you know, again, this frivol, man, this mindless bullshit, man, y'all wrong, man. Y'all wrong. Because I'm telling you, man, the majority of us know we are at war. People are coming for us, man. People are here. They're here. They're doing things to us, and we seem to be oblivious to this shit unless it's one of us doing it to one another. There's no justification for this shit now, man. That's the point I'm trying to stress, man. There's no justification, man, because the same individuals, Crip Mac, any other Mac or Crip, Blood, Hoover, when they come, they not worried about none of that. They not seeing none of that. What they see is us. That's it. They're not concerned with where you the fuck from, man. Whether you a Crip or a Blood, or Hoover or a Pyru, a gangster or a non-affiliate, you're black. We can't keep excusing bullshit, man. Especially when it can impact each and every one of us. Each and every one of us, man. You brothers got to start thinking, man, straight up, man, like men. And we got to put this bullshit behind us, man. Because these people are not playing with us, man. A lot of y'all think they are. In fact, a lot of y'all don't even know what's happening, man. Y'all so caught up in all this bullshit they done placed in front of us that we can't see the forest for the trees, man. We're blinded, man, by our own bullshit in a lot of respects. We have social media at our disposal. And guess what? The majority of that shit is that filters into our communities. All negativity. 99% of it is negative, detrimental. What the? Come on, man. Come on, man. For real. Make that make sense, man. There is a platform, an apparatus that we can actually use, man, to build us up, to bring us together. And yet we decide, Not no white people, not no Mexicans, not no Jewish people, not no Indians, none of them, man. We are deciding to go this route. We are. And I'm not just talking about the game bangers, man. I'm talking about even the non-affiliates who sit up and cater to this stuff, man, that we know is toxic. You know, the excuse we're hearing now is, oh, man, you know, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for this. You know, man, hey, they leave that up to them. This, that, and hey, man, again, when it happened, they got time for your black ass. They're going to make time for your black ass. For your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your son, your daughter, your uncle, your auntie, your cousins, your blood. That's what they own. If you think I'm bullshitting, I got something for you, man. I got something for you. These people ain't playing, man. We the ones playing games. We're the ones playing games, man. And it's some sad shit to see how we'll treat other people as opposed to how we treat ourselves. Are we that fucked up? Are we that fucked up, man? Do I would treat somebody who I know hate me and disrespects me at every turn better than I would treat my brother or my sister? We that fucked up. I'm not trying to be convinced of that, man, but I'm telling you, man, it's being chipped away at, man. They chipping away, man. My confidence in our people, man, is being chipped away, man. Because every day I see the same shit. All we talk about, brothers and sisters, on social media is destruction and division between one another. Who's snitching? Who got a DP? You know, who woman is a hoe? You know, pimping sisters, jacking brothers, killing. Come on, man. Y'all gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Y'all got to be kidding me, man. This shit old, man. This 2026. All right. Now for you young cats, if y'all ain't figured this out, I'm gonna tell you, man. You want to look at history and see how y'all got the way y'all are. Go look back, man, and see what we accomplished. We ain't done shit, bro. We have not accomplished a damn thing before y'all time. And y'all following that model that has no benefit to it. You dudes, come on, man. We jumped off cliffs. Y'all on the cliff and y'all jumping down too. Y'all can't realize that we jumped to our depths, man. We jumped to our demise. We jumped to, you know what I mean, whatever was put out there in our communities by the powers that be, we bit. We fell for that shit. We fell hard. We fell deep. And you mean to tell me y'all gonna do the same shit? Come on, man. If your homie smoke crack, you gonna smoke it too. Come on, man. We don't follow this shit, man. Y'all got enough sense to know better, man. That's the truth, man. And if we're not doing better, man, if knowing better, you're supposed to do better. And if we're not on that, man, then we will continue to deteriorate, man, to de-evolve. All right? Real spit, man. This is some crazy work, man. It's crazy work, man. Real spit. And like I said, man, we got individuals, you know, on the social media shit, man, and they're talking about a bunch of bull crap, man. I'm tell you something else I noticed, man, on social media, man, with our brothers. 1 minute we about the people, power in the people, man. Let's get together. Let's unite. Let's rise up. Halfway through that spiel, fuck so-and-so, fuck that, fuck him, faggot, suck my dick, da-da-da-da-da. That's oil and water, bro. The two don't mix. It's like brothers are straddling the fence. And they only doing it because I think someone realized, man, I'm not getting no check over here being positive, telling my people it's time to come together and rise up. But I'm getting a check when I'm telling my brothers, get his ass. Oh, this was so-and-so did. He over there on whoop the whoop whoop. He just be hanging out. Yeah. We got paperwork on him. We this, we. I've said this before, man. I will continue to say it, man. A lot of this shit, man, has to do with our brothers who are putting out this poison, man. We can fault them for it to a certain degree. But at some point, we have to take responsibility in terms of what the fuck we doing, man. We're watching that shit. And that shit is detrimental, man. It ain't getting us nowhere. That's the truth, man. Gang banging need to die, man, so brothers can live, man. So we can unite and rise up. We've been fighting too long, man, over nothing, man. Streets we don't even own. Shit we don't even own or control, man. Ain't none of our names on that shit. We're not getting rent. We're not collecting rent. There's no business established in none of that shit. Come on, man. This shit is whack, man. Some bullshit. And we got brothers working with them people to keep us in this space. Yeah. Yeah. The Crip Max and all of them, man, that's some bullshit they own, bro. They with them people. Might well call them the police, man. Any of y'all dudes pushing this shit, man, that's police work, man. That's you trying to help, you helping the people to bring down the people with this toxicity, man, this bullshit. That's what that is, bro. Y'all police, man. You see them pop that shit, man, make like you really giving out some journalistic shit that's going to really improve the condition of the people. All the time, man, it's poison. Feeding the people poison. And then got the audacity to make like, man, it's legit. All y'all, man. All y'all. Yeah, you. And you, and you, and you. Y'all working with these people, man. That's what that is, man. Real shit. You got people crossing the U.S.-Canada border, coming in here, Washington State and other states, in the backwoods, man, in terrain that a lot of y'all ain't never been in. A lot of y'all ain't never seen a forest. Know what a hiking trail look like, you know, a clearing, you know, where they practice, you know, tactics and shit like that. A lot of y'all ain't aware of that shit, but that's where they are. Europeans. They're not just coming from Canada, man. They're coming from other locations, other spots, and they're gearing up. They're practicing tactics and shit. They're putting in work. They're putting in the time to understand what the get down is so that when time comes, they know exactly what to do and how to do it. While we sitting up, man, we tripping on one another, on each other. They putting it together in terms of how to trip on us, how to knock us out the box, man. That's the truth. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie. They're crossing the border, man, to train for race war. And we sitting up talking about so-and-so pulled up, man, on Hoover Turf and da-da-da-da-da. And so-and-so snitched and so-and-so fucked so-and-so's woman. So-and-so punked the game. So, you know, so-and-so apologized to the Mexicans. So-and-so and all them scared of the Mexicans. That's what we own, man. That's what we own. Little do we know, same Mexicans too. They mounting up. They mounting up. And you brothers is acting like y'all don't see that shit. You appeasing them and shit. You placating them. You bowing to them. Just like most of y'all would if a European walked up to you and said something crazy. I used to wish Chud the Builder would come to LA, man. Let's see who really about it. You know, Chud carried a strap, you know. Let's see who really about it, you know. Man, they're crossing the borders, man. They're training for a race war. And they're not doing that shit online, bro. They're not doing none of that shit online. They're doing that shit in real time, man. In your backyard. They've got it to where, man, a lot of us don't even realize we're surrounded by these people, man. They are mounting up, training for our demise, for our destruction. You dudes on this shit, and then you other dudes is condoning this shit, advocating it, participating in it. Sad work, man. You know? This is not no hypothetical, man. This is what's actually happening. These people are coming for us, man. In fact, they're already here. Telling they get the drop on all of us because there ain't none of us ready. And they get the drop on us in more ways than one. It don't necessarily have to be in terms of warfare coming pew, 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 pew. Nah, cut your water off, cut your water source off, cut your food source off. I know if I was going to war with cats, man, or something like that, that's what I would do. If I had an army of cats and I'm going up against a city or something, I'm going to the water source first. I want to create a siege. I wanted to stop the food trucks from going in that mug, all that shit. That's what they doing, man. And we on this side, on this side with the bullshit, with the fribble. Come on, man. You dudes is in y'all doing weird work, man. They're in the woods doing this shit, y'all. They're in the gyms. They're getting fit, they're getting ready. They're getting ready to come bring it to us. And we sitting up, man, with a bun in our mouth, looking at the brother across the street thinking, is he a op? Sisters caping brothers for a lick. Ooh, wonder how much he got. Let me see if I can set him up. That's what we own. They own eliminating every one of y'all. Every one of y'all. They're not worried about you guys' tactics, your skills, how proficient you are. Not just with, pew, pew, pewing, but surviving. That's what they own, man. While y'all own this bullshit, that's what they own. They own tactics, man, on how to take each and every one of us down, man. They probably know each and every one of y'all faces. Ain't no telling. They probably didn't approach some of y'all, say, man, do it, old Adam 22 shit. You know what I'm saying? See, Adam 22 come in a lot of different faces and disguises. And you dudes be playing ball with this cat or those cats. That's how y'all getting down, man. Y'all sellouts, homie. Y'all sellouts. And I can say that. I can say that. Straight up, man. They in Washington State. They're in other states, Arizona. Look, man, they're in California. They got a blueprint. They got a playbook. Do we? We don't even know how to deal with Mexicans, man, on code. So I know damn well we ain't got no playbook for these Waiupis, man. I'm pretty sure of that. We barely got one for the Mahindas. You dudes on some weird shit, bro. Canada's largest white nationalist group just sent members south to train with American fight clubs. Yeah. And one of them is on supervised release for violence, all right? This is to come in force, man. They doing a hand-to-hand. Most of you cats can't even fight. Don't even know how to defend yourselves. Don't know how to throw a 1, 2, 3 hook, uppercut. Y'all, you don't even know how to fight, man. Don't know how to grapple, how to break them up and choke them out, man, without them getting up out of that chokehold. A lot of you dudes is lacking, man. You ain't got no skills, man. Most of you dudes won't even survive if it wasn't for your mama or your woman. Just sorry motherfuckers, man. Y'all own this shit while these motherfuckers is mounting up on us to kill our kids. Y'all don't see what's happening down south? Then every other day, they finding a brother or a sister strung up. Y'all don't see this shit, man. And this the shit y'all own. Obviously, you don't see it. Obviously, you don't see it. Let me drop this right quick, man. I want y'all to look at this, man. Listen to this shit. All right, this is some real life shit, man. I ain't made this shit up, man. I ain't make this shit up. You say what you want about Bub. I guarantee you, man, nah. Get a bar of this, man. Y'all pay attention. You want to listen to me? I've been saying this shit for years, homie. I ain't just got on this bandwagon, man. When Under the Groove started, man, we started in ways that upset Hoovers because they thought it was something going to be more than what I was presenting. Nah, man, I done that shit, man. We got G homies done that shit. They're tired of this shit, man. The objective here, man, is to bring brothers together. Lead if we must. Ain't got no problem with that, homie. But we ain't never been about no bullshit. We ain't never threw no brothers under the bus. We ain't never said, hey, man, you got paperwork. You got this. You got that. You know, you ain't shit. You's a ninja. You's a bee. You's a hoe. On my phone? I got the thing right there. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. You give me the whole thing? How many minutes? Okay, thank you, Mom. All right, let me just show y'all this, what I got. I just found out that I don't got the whole script on this cat right here. Just get down, but that's all right. We're going to play what we got, man. And thanks, said, man, I wish he was lying. Check this out. Oh, shit. Where's the volume at?
For over 400 years. They wear white girl hair, white girl eyelashes, white girl makeup, white girl perfumes that are designed for white girls' genetics to carry their pheromones to the right receptors. And I know you think, oh, we're black, we don't have the same receptors, but they've been fucking into y'all since the BC times, from the Punic Wars to King Leopold marching right to the heart of the Congo and enslaving the entire Congo. The English in South Africa, the Dutch in East Africa. I got a video about it. Black women have been training black men to love a white woman for over 400 years. They wear white girl hair, white girl eyelashes, white girl makeup, white girl perfumes that are designed for white girls' genetics to carry their pheromones to the right receptors. And I know you think, oh, we're black, we don't have the same receptors, but they've been fucking into y'all since the BC times, from the Punic Wars to King Leopold marching right to the heart of the Congo and enslaving the entire Congo. The English in South Africa, the Dutch in East Africa. I got a video about it.
All right, that just, man, what I'm trying to
This is one of the best news I have.
That's the one part of the clip, man. Just bear with me, man. I'm going to find that clip. Got somebody on that clip for me right now, man. And this is the skinhead. He's talking about our sisters and our brothers and how indoctrinated we are. This is why we do what we do rather than doing what we're supposed to do, what we need to do, what we should be doing. Because we've been indoctrinated and brainwashed, conditioned to act a certain way. This is why we can't get away from this bullshit that we see all day, every day on social media geared towards our communities. That part he just spoke about, I didn't even see that part. The part I saw, I'm like, hey, man, we got to see this shit. Y'all got to see this shit. Now I'm hoping like heck I can get that, that clip up here. I'm waiting on it to come. Hopefully it'll come. And when it does, I'm going to show it. That same wood right there saying, hey, man, hey, I'm telling y'all right here, right now, y'all not even ready. Y'all think y'all ready. That gang banging mentality, that ain't, that ain't nothing. We trained. Why he would get up there and talk to this brother the way he did and expose what he did, I don't know. Maybe that's just his way of saying, okay, let me hurry up. I want to precipitate. I want to rush this thing along. I want to hurry it along. And actually, he says that. Actually, he says, hey, man, I'm ready to go. We're ready to go. We want this. Now, I don't know about most of y'all, man, but, when somebody say something to me, I tend to want to, when people, you got to believe them. When people tell you who they are, man, believe them. Believe them. They're talking about doing damage to each and every one of us, and they're not even worried about women and children. You know, man just said, man, we've been fucking up in y'all since the Punic Wars. So the blood is mixed to such an extent, I imagine him saying, or we've been conditioned to such an extent to where we don't only sympathize with the European like Mexicans do, you know, but we assimilate. Straight hair, eyelashes, you know, the perfume. He got a point. He has a valid point. And brothers, most of our entertainers and athletes, the majority of them, what they go after? What's their desire, you know? Like women. You know, and you see that now with sisters, like boys. You know? I'm just saying, man, this shit is some real life shit taking place, man. And we seem to be stuck on bullshit. While they mixing it up, man. They getting theirs in, man. They're practicing, they're honing their skills. You know what I mean? They're advancing in terms of warfare, man, how to go about executing it, man, and getting the job done while we sitting up pewing at each other, running behind cars, you know, up the street. You know, them pewings, they not exchange of, you know, that type of fire, you know what I mean? See, so most of the time when this is what I know, when being, you know, pewing back at, shot at back, cats duck and run. That's what I know. So you're not ready for this shit, man. They're preparing for this shit. They're confident that most of us, if we found ourselves confronted with that type of situation, we'll unload the clip in 10 seconds at anything, you know. While them, they'll probably sit back and wait for you to empty your clip. Come out and just say, ain't no fight in you, you know what I mean? You know, you ain't hit nothing. Well, you wasted all your ammo. Well, they've been trained to let off 2-3 rounds at a target. Don't waste no bullets. We waste bullets. We shoot innocents. You know, we shoot people ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And we celebrate that shit. Not just the youth, the so-called YN, but the older ones, the higher ups, they, you know, they applaud that shit. They celebrate it. They glorify it like it's something. Them innocent people. That's shit we own, man. We on bullshit, man. We on bullshit. While these people, man, is on some real live. Hey, y'all ready? Y'all about ready? We about ready. Y'all ready? That's what they on. That's what they on. Crazy work, man. Crazy work.
I got a video about it. Black women have been training black men. So,
you know, I'm waiting on this clip, man. But until then, man, let me jump in here, man, on these comments, man. Hopefully I can get that clip, man, that whole thing. Little Travis from Acres Home said, man, what's the deal? What's the deal, bub, man? Everything, man, ain't always everything, man. I tend to want to say that, man, to push just, you know, right thinking, you know what I mean? Positivity, you know. But let's be 100, man. You know, sometimes, man, what be happening is bullshit. It be bullshit. Coming out of our communities, man. Coming out of the mouths of our brothers and sisters, man. Straight bullshit, you know. So that's what's happening, to tell you the truth. That's the deal. You know, that's the deal. Raymond said, man, tap it in, bub, man. Peace to you and the family. Respect to the group community. Salute to the home kings and queens of the RGC. Black first. That'll be the day, man. Appreciate you up in here, Raymond Skull, man. All love and respect, man, to you and the Rage. You already know how it go, bro. All right, sister, we see you, Queen. Lisa Moore say, Grand Rising, big brother. Blessings to you and the family. Peace and love to the kings and queens and RGC. Black first, y'all. I don't know. I think some of us get it. Some of us don't. I think some of us look at it like, hey, man, I'm all right. You know, I was saying this last week about a lot of our people, man. A lot of our people tend to think that they can go off and buy 200 acres, 300 acres of land, bring 70 families in, man, build community, and they're going to be all right, separated from the rest. You know, I tend to wonder, man, if they've forgotten what's took place, what's already happened. History does repeats itself. That's a fact. You know, that's a fact. So now you're separated. You know, you got 70 families. You know, you're out of the way in the boondocks, man, up in the trees and shit in the mountains or whatever. There ain't nothing, man. You're not removed from nothing. You're not safe. You're not safe. You know, we tend to think that we can separate ourselves from the whole and we're going to be all right. That's fallacy, man. That's an error in thinking, especially when you're not considering what the past held for us, what history says occurred. And again, man, that ain't shit. That's not by accident. We've been divided, man, purposely. To think the way we think, to act the way we act, man. You know, to want to separate ourselves, not come together, not work together, man. It's conditioning, man. That's indoctrination, man. So then it becomes an easy lick for any unit, platoon, or whatever. Okay, there's a settlement over there, blacks. You know, as long as you got a strategic tactic in terms of how to take that down, that's nothing. That's nothing. If the whole get down are not proficient or efficient in self-defense tactics, military tactics, you know, you're doomed. If that training ain't like going to school every day, you're not giving an hour to that, you're doomed. I don't care what you call yourself building. If that's not first, if defense, self-defense is not the first line of defense, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. Other than you're not going to survive. We tend to think that we can separate ourselves from the whole and we'll be all right. Ain't nothing going to happen to us. You know, that's what we tend to think. You know, I'm no different. I'm here, okay, this family, man, somebody come over here, you know, yeah, man, but what if they 50 of them, 100? And they got that many that's willing that, man, they hate our guts, man. They hate us, man. They hate our guts, man. And they go to any length to destroy us, man, to eliminate us. Just know that. Just know that. All right. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm not saying nothing other than that, other than I think is the truth. Again, man, use history. Don't use it's not an opinion. Historically, this is what they do. So if you got Black Wall Street, you got all these other black communities that are doing fine, that are prosperous, doing fine, man, but they're spread it out. It's easy pickings, especially when you can get paramilitary individuals to help you knock them down, law enforcement to help you knock them down. That's easy pickings. I'm just saying, man. We're not looking at the big picture. We looking at some bullshit, man. Hold up, I got that clip. I've been told. I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe it's going. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if this is the one. Hold on, y'all. I'm not upset, man. I'm just I'm mindful, man, of the predicament we're in. That's what it is, man. I'm not angry and I'm not being aggressive, especially not to my people, man. I tend to, you know, fall back and humble myself with my people. You know, unlike this is, you know, a new space for me, and I actually love being in the space. So I don't want nobody to misconstrue what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. I'm not angry, and I'm not being aggressive. I'm not angry to my people. I'm disappointed that we're in this space still, 2026. All right. I'm not aggressive. I'm not pushing on my people, but I'm saying, and I'm being firm, and that we slipping, y'all. We are slipping. And these people, they need us to slip in order to take us down. Otherwise, you know, if we on our game, they can't do nothing with us. I don't know if y'all realize that, you know. If we're on our game, they can't do nothing with us. All right, I didn't let this thing play, and I didn't want it to play. Let me bring this up in here, man. I think that's it. All right, man, check this out, man. This is what's happening. I ain't lying.
Having to wait an extra hour for your food because you got showing out in the bar area. Man, that shit gets on your nerves, man. I'm ready to go. Whatever's got to happen. If it's a race thing, if it's a Civil War thing, Democrats, Republicans, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. So if they go at it, I'm going to have fun because I'm going after both sides. You understand what I mean?
You're anarchist. You're anarchist.
What's that?
You're anarchist.
Basically, sure.
Now look at this brother though. See, and that's another thing, man. We just too accommodating. All right. Look at this brother, man. I mean, if you want to bring him on the show, pick him for what because you want to talk. Now, I'm not saying, I don't think for a minute he's just talking outside his neck. You know, I really don't. One thing about them, man, they ain't got no problem telling you what it is, especially when you get them on the spot. They'll tell you. They'll get their teeth knocked out, but still, you the harder you are. They'll take that ass whooping. They're not hiding nothing from you. That kind.
I don't need the government. I spent enough time in prison. You know what? We don't need the government to stop them from stealing in a prison dorm. Get their head bust open. You know the threat of violence is real in there. To act accordingly. Out here living this Grand Theft Auto shit. They think everybody playing the same charade they're playing until they bust their head open.
I mean, that's true, but black people on that time too. Everything you just said is some shit they would say. Honestly, they ready to crash out too. They ready to shoot too. They ready to kill somebody too, bro.
Man, we ain't ready to do none of that, man, but to one another, man. Y'all think he talking about doing that to other skinheads, Nazi lowriders, Klan men and shit? Hell no, man. He not talking about no shit like that. This cream puff up here talking about black people do that too. Man, we do that shit to each other. We don't go after these mugs, man, and we know they exist. We don't, you know, hey. First thing out of my way, they ain't fuck with me. I ain't tripping. You know? Only thing blacks are ready to crash out on is each other. Straight up.
Like, it's not.
I hear you.
This dude unprepared.
Nobody wants it to pop off more than I do. Y'all think y'all want it to pop off. You got a whole bunch of white boys all around that surround every city. We know how to turn your electricity off. We know how to turn your Wi-Fi off. As soon as that goes off, you know y'all gonna lose it. First thing y'all do is implode. First thing y'all do is go after each other. Straight up. As soon as that shit breaks out, y'all can't stop it. Y'all can't stop it. But
you want a race war to happen?
Now this coon. This is a Trump supporter back here. This black dude. And see, this how messed up he is. He's not taking nothing serious about this, what this Wood is saying. I don't think many of us are. We're not taking this shit serious enough, man.
Hey, man, I don't want it to happen. And I lose a whole lot of friends if that happens. Almost all my friends are black.
But you seem kind of excited about it happening.
Now, what didn't happen to black people who got white friends? Say, oh, my friends are black. When the shit hit the fan, you're no longer a friend. When the shit hits the fan, you're no longer a friend. What side you think he choosing?
Man, I love fighting, man. I love.
Okay, all right, I give you that. That makes sense. You might just violence. You just like violence.
With a good time.
Okay, I like. Okay, I like your style. I like your style. I like your style.
Civilized. Listen to people talk.
You see how this dude talking, man? This is how we be talking when we talk to Mexicans. You know, he just so placating ass, you know, cream puff ass, you know. When you talking to an individual, you know, hate you and your people. This your conversation. This demeanor is all soft, man, soft as cotton, man. Look at this dude, man. That's what most of us do when we come into contact with this type and the Mexicans. We appeasing, we placating, you know, we submitting, bowing, kowtowing. We boys. You don't look mugs in their eye and tell them like it is, man. You don't do that shit. I done seen too many of y'all on this shit, man, doing this shit. Same way he acting. I done seen a whole bunch of that shit.
Day in and day out, and not have to back that shit up. That's annoying. Watching throw temper tantrums in the store. That's aggravating. Having to wait an extra hour for your food because you got showing out in the bar area. Man, that shit gets on your nerves, man.
He talking about black people.
I'm ready to go. Whatever's got to happen. If it's a race thing, if it's a Civil War thing, Democrats, Republicans, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. So if they go at it, I'm going to have fun because I'm going after both sides. You understand what I mean?
You're an anarchist. You're an anarchist.
What's that?
You're anarchist.
No, mama, he's a racist. You dumb fuck. He's a racist, not an anarchist. He just told you, he don't care one way or another, man. But when the shit hit the fan, listen, man, we going after. He said race war, civil war. For them, man, that's a race war, man. Dude, man, this dude is a fucking wuss, man, and that's our problem. Okay. Let me see if I can get that whole clip, man. Crazy.
Basically, sure do. I don't need the government. I spend enough time in prison. You know what? We don't need the government to stop them from stealing in a prison dorm. Get their head bust open. You know the threat of violence is real in there. To act accordingly. Out here living this Grand Theft Auto shit. They think everybody playing the same charade they're playing until their head open.
I mean, that's true, but black people on that time too. Everything you just said is some shit they would say. Honestly, they ready to crash out too. They ready to shoot too. They ready to kill somebody too, bro. Like it's not.
I hear you.
That white boy ain't convinced about nothing that brother just said, man. Not a damn word. And because that white boy know that brother talking out the side of his neck, man. You know, black people ain't ready to crash out on nobody, man, but them damn selves. They ain't ready to shoot up nothing, man, but themselves. They ain't ready to end nothing but themselves. That's it. And that white boy know that shit. They watch this shit just like we do, but they watch it for learning purposes. We watch it for entertainment. We watch it, man, to, you know, induce this shit so that we can act it out. You know, this is what we do. It's some bullshit, man. Straight bullshit. That's what we on, man. And we get these different categories of brothers, man. I'm telling you, we got those that's, you know, look, man, this shit is all messed up, man. This shit is all messed up. We're living in a society, a world, man, where people don't give one flying flick about a so-called creator, you know, most high and all that shit, man. They ain't concerned with none of that shit, you know. And for the most part, a lot of us who, and I say this respectfully, not disrespectfully, who believe or have faith in this shit, man, you know, that was part of the get down as well. Make us meek, you know, make us, you know, look to the skies for deliverance and salvation to be saved, you know. There's so many factors to this shit, man. It's a puzzle. It's a jigsaw puzzle. If you don't know where to place the pieces, you're not going to see the big picture. We got that, man. We got brothers, man, really quick, man. We got, for instance, we got what they call an FBA now, man. An FBA, man, just rocking the boat, man. It's some weird shit going on with that shit. Now we can't even be black, man. Just man, just together, man. We got to be FBA. You know, we got to be the way they want us to be, man, or else. Who's running the FBA? Another faction of black people. Man, so much separation and division, man, that I'm telling you, man, it's scary. It's scary in that, man, it's so much that we can't even pull ourselves together because we're so fractured. We're so divided. And they know this shit. They know this shit. They know that they say, okay, man, well, let's go after the game bangers, the whoever they are, the boule, the bourgeoisie, you know, the uppity ninjas. They be like, oh, well, that's them, good riddance. Not even realizing, man, hey, man, you're all part of the play as well. Celebrities and athletes be like, hey, man, I don't live down there. Thinking you safe. That's that division that they know exists, man. So man, they can go after any segment of our society, black society, and knock it down for the simple fact they realize, man, mugs won't even come together, man, won't defend one another. We'll hurt one another, we'll shoot one another, but we won't defend one another against attacks and disrespect. They know this shit. It's some sad shit, man. And this is our future if we allow it. If we allow it, this is what's going to come down the pipes at us, man. Our children. Now, a lot of y'all don't really give a damn about yourself, man. That's obvious. But you profess to love your babies. It makes me wonder, if you don't love your damn self, I know damn well you don't love your babies. It's easy to point that, okay, man, there's no love for self based upon what we do. The shit comes up, what we think, what comes out our mouth, and how we act. That's the purest indication right there. That's the purest indication that there's no self-love. And most of us suffer from it. Again, man, this is some indoctrinated shit. That's the only excuse I'll apply to that. However, knowing what we know, when you know better, you're supposed to do better. We can't even come together, man, to do better. We can't even lift ourselves up, man, to come together, man. Come on, man. And them people know it. They know it. They know we easy pickings. The police or anybody that pull up on you with some flashing lights and get out, have a badge and shit, you will submit. This is what they know. You will submit. It's probably why we're seeing a lot of our people being strung up down south. You know, and they might be legitimate law enforcement. But one thing they know, when them lights come on and we submit. We submit. We don't know how to defend ourselves against that type of get down. All that, man, is indoctrination, man. That's all conditioning. Night riders, man, slaver, that's what they did, man. Pull up on you on a horse back in the day. Where you going, boy? And I got my papers, sir. I don't give a damn about that. Come on. Either going to take them, put them in, enslave them, or hang them. It's one or the other. That shit ain't changed, man. That's today, 2026. Pull right up on you, man. You're going to take you, put you back in jail, 14th Amendment. You are a slave again. Or the most insidious of them, take you down the back road and lynch you. And that's what's happening. And we don't act like, but we act like we don't know that that's what's happening. We don't want to, you know, like, oh man, police is killing us. Man, been doing that shit. But because we don't have our shit together, because we are afraid of authority, they can do with pretty much what they want with us, man. Pretty much. I've seen enough from social media where, you know, now they got the Mexicans doing the dirty work. And walk up to brothers, man, disrespect them, sock them, slap them, cuss out their mama, cuss out their daughters, cuss out their wives, their sons, and we don't do shit. These people know this shit. They see this shit. They see what we do with each other that we won't do with them. You think they worry about us? They worry about us, man. We worried about us. Time we see another brother, we think immediately a threat. That's an op. We don't say that's my brother. We see a Mexican and white boy, oh, that's my friend. What's up, bro? Hey, my ninja. What's up, guy? But the approach to each other, man, is totally opposite of that. They see this shit, man. And they putting this shit in place. They putting it in place. And we don't know. We act like we don't know no better. I think we do, and I think that a lot of our brothers may be in fear. May be cowards. They may be cowards. What's making them that way? The bag? I don't know. You know, fame, celebrity? I don't know. You know, a lot of these cats have aspirations and dreams, you know, to be, you know, what's been put in place for us to be. You know, a lot of fear in our community, man, with our brothers, man. These stumped down cats. And cats can't come together, man. We're through. We're through. We're going to go and lay down for them, but we'll stand up to each other. We're through, man. You cats got to figure this shit out, man. You got to figure this shit out, man, because there's some serious shit going on. Check this one out. I had this set up the other day. I wasn't able to show y'all. There's so much shit going on, man, concerning us as a people. Again, a lot of us are not aware of. And that's only because, man, we tend to want to branch out and do our own thing. We don't communicate. I was saying this yesterday. There's no communication. And as a result, man, we're not knowing what we should know. We're not being made aware of what's really happening around us and to us. Because, you know, we rather be cool and have conversations and buddies with Mexicans and whites rather than our own. So that information that's vital to our survival, man, doesn't get transmitted. It's not conveyed to us. We'll talk about everything about us to other people, let them know everything we're doing, how we get down, everything. But we won't tell our own that. We won't be hush-hush to everybody else, but we're hush-hush with each other. First time brother or sister come up on something, man, that's beneficial, that can empower us, lift us up, man. You know what I mean? There's a price tag, but you give it to them for free. You know, you tell your brother the game is to be sold, not to be told. That's some foul shit, man. This is what we be on as a people. This is what we be on, man. And again, we're so fragmented, man, that there's just too many factions, and that's why we can't come together, man. Because everybody's way is the way. And everybody else's way, man, is, you know, nah, man, that's the way to destruction. That's our downfall. That's this, that's that. Oh, God ain't this. Allah ain't that. You know, I don't believe in this. Come on, man. Can't any of us say, man, wait, first and foremost, man, we're black people, we're melanated people. We're melanated people. We come from the same source. That all those others cannot say they came from us, but we came from something totally different. And you mean to tell me we can't even come together, man, on that note? We're in a bad way, man. And these people see it. These people see it, man. I'm gonna drop this, man. Now just check this out. They're what they own. This is what they're own, man.
Hospital exposed, hiding a black woman's body, harvesting the organs. It's a damn shame. Put it full mass. California woman goes missing. Is found in a morgue months later. The organs taken out of her body. Ms. Tanya Walker went missing in November of 2023. Could not be found anywhere by the family. This prompted a thorough search throughout their home of Sacramento for months. The investigation officially began November 10th. Tanya's family reported her missing to the police. It's not like Tanya Walker to do this, so they got police involved. Her sisters. The Walker's appearance searched for months. Then a break came. A break in the case did not come until May 2024, several months later, when the DOJ noticed that she had been marked as deceased by the DMV. So a sheriff's deputy told the family that they had finally found Walker's body on a shelf in a morgue located on the outskirts of Sacramento. When family arrived, they were shown Miss Walker's body. Walker was missing her eyes and her epidermal, her skin.
Her skin
was identified through the renderings of a tattoo on her arm. Walker's family discovered that she actually died in November 2nd of cardiac arrest. California-based medical organizations and nonprofits now facing a civil lawsuit filed by Walker's family.
Comment the word join for the detailed herbal protocol for every disease and share this video.
What? Are you serious?
Go. Hospital exposed, hiding.
All right. Now, you can say what you want, man. That's what's happening, though. I mean, on so many different fronts, man, we're being approached, attacked, removed, erased, harvested on so many different levels, man. And we sitting up talking about what on social media? Get the fuck out of here, man. The fuck out of here, man. Yeah, this is another one. And I'm going to be done with these clips. Because they seem to be out of order right now. Huh? Well, I guess I won't. Oh. All right, ain't nothing happening. Thing that fell through. Oh, my bad. One more clip.
Literally a few weeks ago, I posted a video where it was like this fake Jewish lady or whatever. She was in Atlanta, and she pretty much said that she was targeting like the YNs or whatever. So we have these people that is going to be pretty much merging with our military, the ones that already hate us, the ones that want to target our young American men. I don't think that they are only going to do war overseas. I think that they are going to start doing war on our young black men, and this shit makes me so fucking mad because they do not like us. They kept talking shit about us this whole entire time, and you merge with somebody that kept making threats on fucking America. and on the people, on the indigenous people of our fucking land. I'm so fucking disgusted. Our people, we got to stay prayed up because those fake Jews.
Fuck being prayed up. I get it. No disrespect, but we got to be prepared up. We got to, hey, you know, I don't know if this is true scripture or saying, but you know, God helps a child that helps, you know, helps itself. You know what I mean? You got to do something for yourself other than just be praying and being upset. You know, we got to learn how to, you know, wield a knife, you know, a pistol, know how to defend yourself, hand-to-hand combat, even you women. You know, you got to know how to do this shit, man. There ain't nothing wrong with praying, but prepare too.
Cannot stand us. Okay, they hate us. Just literally a few weeks.
Now, I don't know if y'all caught what she was saying or who she was talking about. We had that discussion about that. She's a consulate general for the Israeli government. Judith Shore is her name. And she said in Atlanta a couple of years ago that Israel's greatest threat, not even the Arab, man. It's not even the Iranian. It's not even the Palestinian, man, or the Iraqi or the Syrian. It's young black youth in America. That's what she said. It's on the internet. Y'all can go find that shit. Israeli Consulate General Judith Shore, S-H-O-R-E, Shore. That's her name. And she said it. There's a receipt for that, all right? Anyway, so I'm telling y'all, they're coming up from up north. They're coming out of Canada, right? They're coming out of Canada. They're coming from Europe. And they're coming from Israel. See, this is the part they don't tell y'all. Now, what this sister was just talking about, she's talking about the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force. They're in the United States. They're in LAPD. They're with most police stations in the country. However, there's something more significant just took place. They just signed a bill in Congress where the IDF now trains with the U.S. military. To me, that's them putting pieces in place. That's the IDF here on so-called American soil in the police departments and the military. They're already here. I don't know if y'all paid attention to this. Just recently, the so-called Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, and Trump, they're dismissing black military personnel, higher-ups. They're getting them out the military. They're forcing them out. Forcing them to resign. Young, you know, not no old military people, man. In their 40s and 50s, they getting rid of them. Dudes with rank, sisters with rank. Why is that? You know, if we stuck on stupid, we're not going to catch this type of stuff. We're not going to learn how to put pieces. We're not going to understand how to do things, you know, to think critically. If we on stupid, frivol like we own, man. Put that shit together, man, and I'm telling you, you'll come up with this picture. The T-Mugs is mounting up. Now, some of y'all say, well, Bub, they might not be mounting up against blacks. Okay, well, who the hell you think they mounting up for? Oh. If you got the Israeli government saying that black youth are their greatest threat to their survival. See, now they didn't bought all the way from the Middle East to the United States soil the right to exist. So they're saying that our brothers and sisters here are anti-Semitic. You know, that we're a threat, that not just, and they say to you, they mean all of us, that we're a threat to their right to existence. You know, so the more of them come from Israel to over here, that there's shit on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram where they're moving in already and they're pulling guns on brothers and sisters. The shit is, I'm trying to make a point here, man, and the point is real simple, man. This shit ain't for nothing, man. What's going on ain't for nothing. They just did military operations with the IDF in Long Beach about 2 months ago. Helicopters and shit, stun grenade, bang grenade. They going in, man. They coming out of helicopters, and they call it urban warfare training. Yeah. Hey, man. All right. While we, our brothers and sisters in the streets acting like buffoons, man, fools with one another over shit we don't even own, let alone run. Most of us don't rent. We living with somebody, mostly a mama or an auntie, uncle, brother or sister, or girlfriend. But we walk around this mug, man, like we the cock of the yard, man. We the shit. We ain't even got our shit together, man. They lining us up, man. That's the whole point. They're lining us up, man, to take us down. If the dang Israeli government is saying that black people are a threat to them, come on, man. And then you find out that they got the IDF military, Israeli military, working in conjunction, in partnership with police departments, sheriff departments, and the military in this country. And then you got mugs coming from all over Canada and Europe training. Come on, y'all. We can't be that damn dumb, man. We can't be that hateful of ourselves, man. Then again, maybe we can. Like I say, man, a lot of us don't love ourselves. We'll gun down whole families, man, just because of the street. Or because you use a Crip, Blood, Hoover, a gangster, or Pyro. We to the point now where we innocent people, non-affiliate, non-game bangers are coming up short, man. Because this is the trip we on. And we got idiots, man, trying to be famous for YouTube. Not realizing, man, how detrimental that shit is, man. But you're willing to give your life away for clout. For YouTube, man, a viral tape. And then you got cats defending it who ought to know better. This is the time, man, where we supposed to be, hey, man, yeah, right, whatever. But this is what we own, man, because this is necessary. It's time for us to stop the madness. And rather than cats say, hey, man, yeah, this is necessary. It's time for us to stop the madness. We got cats talking about, well, we did it. And so you can only expect that they do it. And hey, man, and shit, that's just the way it is. No, man, that's the way we allow it. We allowing this shit. While they're allowing themselves to train and prepare to do war with us, we're taking each other out, man. Over frivol bullshit. We don't have enough brothers in this space, man, where they coming in and they speaking truth to power. Everything is above board. They're not coming in, man, and what they're coming in with, man, is some solid shit, man. It's about unity, blackness, some dignity, brothers being principled, having integrity, moral, in this understanding that it's time to be men who are warriors. Instead, they're coming in straddling the fence, black power on one hand and a pistol pointed at his brother in the other. That's the type of shit going on. And everybody making excuses for it. You can't talk to brothers and sisters about peace and in the same breath disrespecting brothers and sisters because you were slighted behind some internet post. If you're talking to brothers and sisters about peace, then you're saying that in order for that to happen, we got to forgive some shit that occurred. in the recent past or in the past, right? You can't talk like that and in the same breath say, man, and by the way, fuck whoop the whoop whoop and whoop the whoop whoop. That's oil and water, man. It don't mix. Brothers can't be straddling the fence, man, want to talk about old exploits, glorifying prison shit, gang shit, who did what to who, you know. In one side of their neck, and on the other, you want to be talking about how we got to come together. We got to, you know, it's time, man. I'm tired of it. And knock that shit off, man. It's oil and water. You cannot straddle the fence in this respect, man. It's confusing. And in fact, a lot of people ain't that damn dumb. They hear you brothers talking out of both sides of your necks. You saying one thing on this end, another on that. It's not just confusing. Confusing is contradictory, man. That's what it is. It's not about bringing brothers together, man. It's about hypocrisy. You cannot have one foot in, one foot out, man. If that's what you want, be on that. Be on that. All right. More power to you. But if you're talking about, man, the unity of the people, man, you can't be talking the way you're talking. Let's go to you brothers, man. You know, when you get it in your heads that, man, wait a minute, man, I got to stop using the set as a representation of my truth or what I stand on. Oh, that's on the set. That's on Whoop. That's on Crip. That's on Blood. That's on Hoover. That, look, man, that shit, it's a contradiction. Ain't none of y'all said, man, that's on blackness, man. That's on black power. That's on the people. None of y'all perpetrating the fraud, man. You hypocrites. Straight up. We're in that moment, man, where shit is happening. And I mean on levels, man, a lot of y'all don't even pay attention to because y'all so distracted with this bullshit. They're making it harder and harder for us. Y'all don't see this shit. Y'all not feeling it. They fired damn near 500,000 sisters and others that they ain't even counted. Just took the job from them, using some excuse about DEI and all this. What they did, man, is they cut off resources to families. Then they raised the gas, they raised the groceries, they raised the rent, they raised the mortgage, they raised the insurance, they raised the bills. Who getting the brunt of this? Y'all don't see this shit? It's fucking under attack, man, and you dudes on this shit. That's what y'all on. You know. They on some, we getting rid of y'all black asses type shit. That's what they on. You know. They on, okay, while y'all sitting up pussyfooting, thinking this Grand Theft Auto, everything y'all do, we on some real life training, man. You know. I wouldn't be surprised if the police and the sheriffs are employing skinhead Nazis, you know, white supremacists, you know, not employing, but training. I wouldn't be surprised if Mexican mafia types are in the police force already, in the sheriffs, and training. I wouldn't be surprised if the IDF is helping them to train, to learn shit. I wouldn't be surprised. If they're sitting up talking about, man, we know how to cut off y'all power, your water source, and stop your food, man, that tells you, man, they being trained, man. Most of us don't even know how to go out to a fucking utility box, man, and turn it off and on. I've had problems doing that shit, you know. Most of us don't know how to turn off the water or turn it on from the street. Most of us wouldn't know how to survive, man, if they shut down all the fast food places and grocery stores. Facts. You just wouldn't. Again, man, warfare, man, is waged in a whole lot of different respects and, you know, aspects. It's not always about guns. And that's the part that they're sure we don't realize. They're sure of that shit, man, that we're unaware of how warfare is waged. A lot of us don't study history. We don't understand the effects of colonization here in the Americas or on the continent of Africa or in Asia Minor, you know, Australia. We don't understand how that shit really works. So, you know, it means nothing to us. That's the mistake. That's our mistake. Not being aware, man, of what's really happening and how these people can wage war against you without shooting a gun. Can't tell most of y'all this shit, man. Most of y'all know it all. You know, I only know what I know, and that ain't shit. But I know enough to know, hey, man, something's up. And they after us, man. They're after us. And you can always tell, man, by looking at the actions of others, how emboldened they've become. They know something is up. You know, we stuck, man, on this bullshit. That's how we're going to die. On bullshit. You know, that's just the way that shit's going to be lined up, man. That's the way it's going to be lined up, man. Our brothers and sisters, they know more about trap music and drill music and bullshit. You know, they can line for line, break it down to you, get the bars. But they don't know how to break down a strap, clean it, put it back together. Don't know how to make a bullet, wield a knife in self-defense. Most of these brothers can tell you, man, every draft pick for the NFL, NBA, MLB, and some hockey. But can't tell you, man, historically what's happened to us and how it happened. As a result of how it happened, what, you know, as a result, how we ended up like we are. They can't tell you jack. But they can recite bullshit to you and swear to God they know something. That's bad business, man. It's crazy work, man. And that's the shit we study. That's the studies. That's what we study. Crazy work, bullshit. That's straight bullshit, man. You know, and that may very well be our downfall. We got brothers, man, advocating bullshit rather than saying, all right, man, you know what? Yeah, what we did is what we did back in the day. And I'll be one of the first to say, man, it was wrong. We fucked up. Now, that being said, man, I'm going to tell you, y'all, you YNs or whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. This shit is bullshit, man, and y'all need to fall back. They're not telling them that. Hey, man, we did it. It's their turn. What the fuck you mean, man? Well, what he means is he haven't checked out or really observed, looked at, studied, came to understand what the devastation was, man, the damage we did. You know? Don't see that. That's what he means. Like, hey, man, I don't see no harm in it. That go for most of them, man. That go for most of them. And I'm going to tell you something else, man. And I'm not glorifying none of this shit, bragging about it either. Most of them ain't never done nothing anyway. So they don't really have an understanding. Oh, they've heard. They know stories and shit, man. Most of these cats been in jail for bullshit robberies, burglaries, drug possession, having a strap on them, type of shit. Again, I'm not glorifying it, so they don't really got no real understanding of this shit, man. Most of these cats ain't been in no wars against other races and shit. Most of these dudes' wars have been with their own people, man. So they don't see no harm in this shit. And again, man, most of them ain't actually done nothing to nobody. Riding the coattails of, so-called down homies and riders. You know what I mean? It's not cool either. So it's understood. It's simple for me to understand that a lot of them don't get it. To the point where, oh shit, this shit bad, man. We got to stop this shit. That's what I get from it. Again, man, you can know a slew of cats who are murderers, killers. Don't make you one. You cannot relate to whatever that is that individual has been going through since. You know what I mean? You can't speak on that shit. That ain't yours. So there's no real experience and understanding, man, of the devastation, the impact of that type of shit. Cats talk a good one, man. They not really in that shit like that, man. And again, when we talk about the Crip Mac type of dudes, because he ain't the only one. There's a whole lot of them, man. Them dudes not no stumped down cats, man. But social media has made it look as though these cats know the business. And they don't. They don't. Because all them cats that mean business and know the business, they ain't but one or two places, homie. And those who have escaped thus far, the clock might be ticking, That's just the reality. Cameras everywhere, man. Sometimes they sit on shit. Come get you when you think you're doing good. You got scared. Let me clean my life up. Come get you, man, a year later. Year and a half later, man. And they got everything neat and in order. But them cats, man, them real live cats like that, they in prison, man, for a long time or dead. Straight up, man. And again, man, I'm not trying to glorify this shit. I'm just saying to you brothers and sisters, man, listen, this shit don't pay, bro. Y'all really want to do some damage? Stop tripping on each other, man. Come together, man. That's the start. That's the start. Trust me. That in and of itself will affect stock markets. It'll fuck with their pockets. That's the start. See, we don't know this. We ain't been taught that shit. We don't really understand how the dollar works. We just been taught to get it and spend it, not understand its real purpose. I'm just saying, man. Real live shit going on. All right, Antonio, what it do, loved one? All love and that salute always, bro. Good to see you up in here. What it do, Pope? Salute right back, homie. 3 of them. UTG Live, man. Respect, loved one. Right back to you, man. B60. Good to see you, loved one. Greetings, salutations to you, bub, and the RGC, the Royal Group Congregation, man, is Black First. Again, man, that is not a slogan, y'all. That's a filter. Start using that. Understand that. That's a filter. Black First is a filter. Run everything through that, man. Run everything through that, man. Only thing come up out of that, man, that filter is pureness, man. What is black? What is black? That's the only thing should make it through that filter, man. Everything else is bullshit. I'm just saying. Folks said, man, just got off, man. I'll be right with you. Black First, focus on the focus. Focus on the focus. Queen and Zinga, peace and blessings to all the kings and queens in the Royal Group Congregation. Black fist up high. All right. B1, black fist up high, y'all. What it do, Chuck? All right. Right back to you, bro. Good to see you up in here. Raymond Scholes say, man, you see a lot of our people are still chasing reputations and have identity crisis. Yeah, this is so childish. You know what I mean? For real. You got, yeah, this is childish, man. Cat 33 years old, man, acting like a baby. Acting like a damn kid. That's what you call, for real. That's arrested development, man. How much of that do we see in our communities, man? How many of our brothers have been developmentally arrested, or their, abilities to, grow, expand, evolve has been arrested or removed? Quite a few. Quite a few. Identity crisis, man. And that, look, that's part of arrested development, man. Anyway, they don't know how to function from the core of who they are. Arrested development. So getting to that point, or that part where they learn themselves, where they know thyself, they ain't never reached that, man. Yeah, so this is why we see identity crisis taking place amongst our brothers, and especially our sisters. Especially our sisters. All right? This is why that shit exists. These identity crises, man. Our development has been arrested, man, by all these whack-ass distractions, this indoctrination, this false encoding, man, this conditioning. That's why we're in this space, man. That's why we're in this space. Raymond Scott said, man, the sad part is so many of our folks intelligence is below the threshold of conscious awareness, which is total ignorance. Most can't even articulate themselves. Real shit. Real shit. And we tend to use the word ignorant a lot. But I'm getting to the point where I understand, we know what ignorance means, or we should. It just means not knowing something. I beg to differ, man. I think the majority of us know. And yet we continue to do what we did. Like I said, man, back in the day, I wasn't ignorant, bro. Straight up. I knew right from wrong. I knew that shit. I was being defiant. I was being stupid. Being a dummy. I was a traitor. I was a sellout. Going against my own. All the shit I did, man, points to me being a Benedict Arnold. Me going against my people, who actually had nothing to do with the situation that the people were in, I saw myself and my people as the enemy. And I gave the true enemy, our real enemy, gets a pass. I wasn't ignorant, man. The fucking fool, a dummy. That's the truth, man, for a lot of us. The majority of us, these brothers on these channels, these podcasts, they're not ignorant, bro. They're not ignorant. They know better. But they're making a choice. They choose to sell out. They choose to sell out. They choose to help prop up the system that is designed to work against us. That's the choice, bro. And I can say that because I made that choice. I was one of them. I did that shit. Facts. They may not tell you. Shit, all you got to do is look at it. Observe. By listening and watching. Come on, man. They give it to you. They can't hide that shit because it's right there in our faces. They selling out, bro. It's selling us out, Real shit, man. The tweak ends here. Say salute, everyone. Right back to you, bro. Salute. Chubb say, man, this is the realest shit I've heard. This the realest shit I've heard in a minute. Appreciate that, bro. I like to think that there are other podcasts that do this, but again, they hard to find, man. We don't get that. That algorithm don't, shine on channels like this. You know what I mean? This channel is almost like what you would call a grassroots type get down, man. This is word of mouth, man. You know, algorithm be like, nah, man, we don't have your kind in here. You know what I mean? That what you talking about is blasphemous concern, you know, regarding, you know, the social media sphere, or, you know, get down universe, you know. Man, can't have it in there, man. But there are many, and it's sad to say most of the time you got to go to Instagram, maybe even TikTok, to get truth to power, man. But in that respect, or in terms of those channels or those drops, them shorts, they're short. You don't get the whole spiel. You don't get the whole delivery. You know, you don't get an hour. You don't get two. You know, they chop that shit up. But yeah, man, this, you know, it's been this, bro. It ain't changed, man. It's been this. We're going on 3 years, man. It ain't changed. We don't do reactionary shit. We don't ninja this, ninja that, or she'll be, you know, hoes and all. We ain't doing none of that, man. We're telling the people, man, we've been at war, man, for a long time. We're telling the people, man, hey, the only way to overcome all this shit is to disconnect, unplug from the matrix. It's why the algorithm don't catch on, or will let us get in that space, somewhat shadow banned by it. You know, that's fine. You know, our motto, our understanding, our acceptance is if it reaches one, that's good enough. It's one more, man. And hopefully that one would do what it's supposed to do. He or she supposed to do, reach one. Magic number. One is a magic number. Yeah, man, appreciate that, bro. Real spit. You going to say that the Democrats love opening up that border. They letting them cross to replace black people. Yeah, that's another enemy, man. In fact, politics, the Democratic Party, integration, these politics are our enemy, man. That shit is not for us. None of it. Man, look at most Democrats, especially black Democrats in politics. Guess who they support? Guess who they do the most work for? They're the ones that help pass, you know, certain bills to get the IDF and Israel over here, like in the open. Nothing's in the shadows no more, behind closed doors. Everything is in the open now. Most of our so-called Democrats, black people, man, have sold us out. It doesn't pay to be a Democrat no more than it would pay to be a Republican. No more than it would pay for any of us to be attached of this political apparatus. It does not serve us. It's not for us. I've been saying this shit for 3 years, damn near. I've been asking brothers for 3 years, hey, man, y'all, hey, it's time to stop this shit, y'all. We got to prepare. Because they're coming for us. They're lynching our brothers and sisters down south, man. Weekly. They're lynching them, man. A little black boy was just lynched, a second grader, in his elementary school bathroom by a fourth grader, white boy, who said that that's what they're taught to do, to hang us. The little boy was saved, you know, neck was bruised and everything, you know, look, try to hang him in the bathroom. This is what's going on. And we shooting bullets at each other, though. We talking about streets we don't own. We fighting and dying, killing over streets we don't even own. When they come for us, we'll have nowhere to hide. And that's what most of you gonna do. You're gonna run and hide. You be talking about, you like some cats in prison, talk about, oh, I'll be on the second wave, or I'll be on the third wave. No, scary motherfucker, right now. Ain't no way, ain't no second wave, ain't no third wave, ain't no running. Because there's nowhere for you to run to. We don't own shit. We don't have safe houses. We don't have fortresses. We don't have compounds. that are set up defensively, man, to ward off any attack or siege. We ain't got none of that. Where you running to, fool? Get the fuck out of here, man. That's our problem, man. That we're our own worst enemies, man. That we latch on to shit, man, that has no significance to us or for us, that does not benefit us in no form of fashion. The nail in the coffin for us is when they decided that they would integrate us into this system, knowing full well the system offered nothing for us. They knew that shit. They just gave segregation a new name. See, by being segregated, we did things. We did things. We accomplished great feats, man. 50 years out of slavery, man, we was running our own shit. In the segregated South, man, fuck that, man. Throughout the country. It's another thing. They always want to separate this get down that they've been putting us through. This is all over this damn country, man. We were segregated from California to New York State, man. The coldest part about this shit, we was running this shit before they even got here. But we were segregated after a time, man. And in the face of segregation, we got the shit done. They couldn't understand it. They could not understand it. They said, okay, this is what we got to do, man. And they did it. Everything our ancestors built, they destroyed it. It's okay, now y'all need us. And our people still like, no, we don't. They go, okay, we're going to make sure you do. We're going to pass these laws. You bring them little black kids to our schools. Or we'll build schools for you and put white teachers in them. We'll tell you where to work, where to worship, where to learn, how to construct family, what the family should look like. They did all that. Then turned around in the 60s, final nail in the coffin. And integration has been our worst nightmare. Ain't nobody paying attention to this shit though, man. This country ain't never been for us. You know? And I wonder, man, when it comes to brothers and sisters who are genuinely sincere about their blackness, and yet they love the country, right? Because they exist. When this country does something to them, and it shatters that faith, that trust, that confidence, I wonder how they feel. I wonder where they are. Them's the ones we need to be finding, talking to. Straight up. Because like I say, man, this shit is happening, man. This country ain't for us, man. And the only way we're going to do better, man, is not to be a part of it. Do our own thing. First, man, we got to do some shit, man, that's going to take a whole lot of courage. You want to talk about brothers being bold and down. When brothers start talking about, hey, man, I'm for blackness, man. Yeah, I'm from that community, but I'm black first, bro. I'm a man first. Black man first. I'm here to defend not just my community, but all of them. I'm from all of them. You know. That's what we waiting on. That's what we waiting on. For brothers and sisters to rise up, man, and understand that fucking we at war, man. These people are killing us, man. These people have conditioned us, man, indoctrinated us to such an extent to where we're killing ourselves. That's war. That's psychological warfare. To have us think and believe that you are my worst enemy, that you are my op, that I have to kill you before you kill me. Psychological warfare, man. Look all that. What it do, Fat Rat? You say peace to you and RGC, Big Bub, man. Right back to you, Fat Rat. All love and respect, bro. You too, Chris. What it do? You say the crackers are using social media to click up. Man, it's on and cracking, man. It's really in effect. It's really in effect. Farrah said, man, when I say gang banging was training gangs, when I say gang banging was training gangs simply need direction. Okay, let me read this right. When I say gang banging was training, gangs simply need direction. They serve a specific purpose. I get. I think that, and I've said this, I don't miss words. I'm not going to, I said that those are our warriors, y'all. They're our soldiers first, and they evolve into our warriors. But how they know that shit? How they going to know that shit? How we going to get them to the point where they got to understand they have to be trained, retrained to become something that's significant, something that's going to be purposeful, something that's going to defend the people? How we even get to that? You can't even talk to most of these cats. At least that's what's being said. I haven't experienced that yet. You know, I see my young homies, man. Hey, man, what's up, bro? How you doing? I'll even hit them with that Hoover light. Because I want to talk to, I want them to talk to me. Got something to say to them, man. But I want to hear them first. I want to hear them, man. And I want them to know I'm listening. So when we hear, oh, you can't talk to them then, that's some bullshit, man. Again, man, some cats don't want to. Some cats are scared. Some cats ain't got that to where they can even approach these cats because these cats ain't looking at them like that, you know? Respect. You know, on drugs and shit and alcoholics and you just bummy and, you know, you ain't got, you know, you ain't wrapped tight. They see that shit too. Real spit. But they serve a purpose, as we all do. See, it's them that they coming after. But we got to understand something. They're going to come after most of us first. We're the instructors. That's another thing a lot of us don't get. We're instructors. Part of our being is to train them, help lace them. They know that. A lot of us don't know that shit, you know. A lot of them don't know it. Man, I hear you though, Fat Rat. Pick Ball say one nation under a groove. All right, man. Good to see you up in here, brother. Welcome. Hey, y'all, listen, right quick. Like, share, follow, comment. And for those of you, Pick Balls and all y'all, subscribe to this Get Down, man. Subscribe to this Get Down, man. Chubbs, go on and sign up, man. It don't cost you a dime. I ain't gonna ask you for a penny, bro. Ain't no Cash App attached to this, man. Ain't no PayPal. I don't do none of that shit. 3 years, man. I don't do that shit. This shit free. Motherfuckers are selling y'all bullshit. Excuse my language, y'all, but we got brothers with podcasts selling y'all bullshit. Y'all buying crap. Paying for crap. Memberships for crap. For bullshit, man. A lot of y'all. If the shoe fit, wear it, all right? But you paying for crap. You paying for bullshit, man. For something that's not, you're not even getting a return for that shit. They're selling y'all the same shit, just packaged with a different face and thumbnail. Same shit. And we don't want nothing from you, man. Just tune in. Tune in. You know? That's it. That's all. Farron said, man, we occupied theirs over 800 years in their best savage state. They survived the Second and Third Punic Wars on sheer proliferation, not military tactics or deployments. Our history of engagement is heat. He said, let me chill, man. I said I would offer according to what is required. Sometimes you got to go on and just put it out there. Sometimes you don't have to wait to be asked to, you know, deliver Power to the people, or power helping, expose it in them. You know what I mean? Dropping them gems, man. Don't cost you nothing, bro, to do that. I think that's what most of us look forward to, Fat Rat. Hand us them gems, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's some righteous work right there, man. That's righteous deliverance. You need to hand it off something precious, man. Meaningful, beneficial. It ain't cost you a dime, bro. Shit. Don't stop. You're going to say, man, the cover article of last week's Final Call newspaper was, "Is your water safe? Grid hacks, etc." We've talked about this. Unclean water. Even that shit that I'm drinking. This shit ain't all that. All kind of microbes and pollutants in this shit too. Straight up. Appreciate that, Fat Rat. Now, let me add to that. Do you know what you're eating? Let alone what you're drinking. Do you know what you are eating? War is being waged on us, man, in so many different aspects, man, and perspectives. On so many different levels. We too blind, man, or too damn distracted to even see half of the shit they doing to us, man. Ain't none of it nice. Ain't none of it nice, man. Don't mean any of us any good. All right, Henry, what it do? Peace and blessings, he says. Peace and blessings, family. Salute, Brother Bub. Right back to you, Henry. Good to see you as always. What's up, Sam? He said, "No way. How are we letting these things happen?" Yeah, I think it's by choice, bro. And I've said this. We've said this. We're deciding to do this. We're making the choices to turn a blind eye, to not be involved, to participate in frivolous shit, bullshit, things that are not beneficial to us. That's our doing. That's how it's happening. That's how it's happening. Again, with that shit, man, we understand the playbook. We may not know everything in it, but we know one exists. So what does that mean for us? Oh, then we must tread with caution. We must be wary of everything they say and do. Trust none of it. We're doing the opposite. We're not worried. We trust everything they say and do. We ain't got an issue. This is our doing. This is our doing, man. We're to blame. You say, no way how are we letting this happen, all right? And for the suckers, it's too late. Shit, that might go for all of us, man, because like I said, you can have a community that got 300 acres, 700 acres, 30 families, 70 families. What that mean? And the nearest black town to that is what, 100 miles, 50 miles, 100 miles. Next black compound is in a whole nother county. That's nothing to them, man. But we tend to think we're doing something. Little do we know, man, we're separating ourselves. We're making it easy for them to pick us off. So when a black sister goes out in the night to the store, man, because she got a craving or whatever, you know what I mean? She's trying to make sure she have her gas ready before she go to work in the morning. When she does this, and she does it by herself, she allowed herself to become easy pickings if someone so chooses to abduct her and end her, Same with brothers. We separate ourselves from the protection of one another, man. That makes it easy for them. What we see in today's society, especially Los Angeles, It's division. That makes it easy for them. And again, that's all over this country. It's on the continent, man, of the motherland. They're in a struggle over there. They're trying to figure it out, man, get it together. And at every turn, guess who's in their way? Guess who's in their way? Guess who the proxy is? It's another brother at the behest in the direction of a European. What we see over here, man, social media, them it's brothers putting out this garbage, this toxicity. At the behest, not verbally, of those who run everything, but structurally. That apparatus, they say, here, figure out how to use that. Only certain rules apply. Can't say too much about the Jewish people. That's all. Oh, LBGTQ. Gotta watch it. Tread lightly with that one. Other than that, you can call each other ninjas and shit. You can be called one with the hard ER. You could talk about committing violence to each other, offing one another, but you can't say none of that to the mother, what I just named. You bet not. Just saying. So we're so fractured in our thinking, man, in our behavior, our actions, man, that we easy pickings. It just makes it easy for their ass, man. And again, man, it's just, it kind of boggles the mind, man. How are we allowing this shit? And we know what the outcome. We know, man, just history tells us what it is. And in fact, in real time, we're getting real time updates, of what it is. We're living in the moment right now. And yet we don't get it. That's some crazy work. You gotta agree. It's crazy work, man. Shit. Crazy work. Henry said, man, forget, not surprised, Brother Bub. I think you're right on point. Seriously. Poke say active listening, Bub. Truth to power. All right, Vernell's back. Vernell Quinine, I think that is. I hope I said it right. Appreciate your presence, as always. Peace and prosperity to you and yours. He said, pushing a hard line right now, OG, with this current moment. Ain't no looking back. Only when we need to learn something, man, that we, that will help us along the way. Look back, man, figure that out, see what that was, so we can apply it in terms of what's ahead of us, man. We ain't got to let history keep repeating itself. And because we won't push a hard line, we're in this position. We're in this predicament. That's what I think. That's my opinion. All right? That's what I think. That's my opinion. Poke Mitchell said, man, I got to go, but what you're doing, Bub, and what you're saying will count for the betterment of our people. I pray you don't stop. And that's to everyone. Where would we be without the struggle and the plight? And add that, man, to our spirituality, man, our faith, our belief, because all that's a part of this, man. All that is what's got us, man, what keeps us going. Our resilience is built from everything you said, man, plus some. I'm not diminishing that. I'm not being dismissive of any of that, bro. That's the truth, I'm saying, man, that whatever it is that brought this to be, the melanated, persuasion, the people, hey, man, it did that, or that was created for us to do what we're supposed to be doing. And whatever it takes to get that done is what we're supposed to apply. I ain't got a problem with that. But understand one thing, man, one thing first and foremost, man, we are the melanated people, man. So any, this means something. And it can be expressed greater than, I think, any religion or faith. This is the indication that something had us in favor, or we are in favor of it. You know, this is our badge, man. That we've been the choke. This is our shit, man, and we not represented like that, like we should. That's all I'm saying. Now, yeah, utilize what we must, man, to keep pushing, to strengthen our resolve. I ain't got a problem with that, man. Resilient we must be in order to get to where we supposed to be. But know that, man, look, man, this shit for real, this is the source and the power. This is first. This is that kiss, that gene, that God gene. This is deserving of worship because it's connected, if that makes sense. Black first, man. And everything that created that. That's part of that get down. That's all I'll be saying, man. Not knocking nobody on nothing. You dig? But peace right back to you, Pope. Man, I'll holler at you, bro. Love you. All right, sister. How you been? Kimberly Mitchell in the house. I'm smiling. May everything be well with you and your family, all right? Real spit. Say, hey, loved ones, I'm so happy and grateful. Got somewhere. I'm loved. I pray for the royal group. Take care of yourself and each other. Thank you, big bro. All love and respect to you, sister. It's an honor and a pleasure to see you. I saw the name. I'm smiling. Yeah, it's an honor. Good to see you amongst us, all right? All love and respect, sis. One of our queens. Damn, Donald talking about what up, bud? What up with you, man? How you been, bro? Peace, prosperity, bro. May everything be everything on your end, all right? And if not, stay resilient, bro. Keep pushing. That's the message, y'all. We got to push a little harder. We gonna have to push a little harder. Trust that. We gonna have to get ready to buckle down, man, and prepare. Fat Rat said, man, it won't be a harmonious epiphany that rises the consciousness, bub. It will be that an outside force acted up on that dullness, that lethargy, and got us moving. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. And that's the sad part, though, Fat Rat. I think, because I'm understanding what you're saying. We should not have to wait for that. And yet, you're speaking truth to power. It's almost disheartening to know that we're going to get activated, or we become activated after they'd already brought it to us in such a way that, damn, man, there'll be no other choice but to stand up and rise up. What will we have lost at that point, though, that we could avoid? I hear you, bro. My mind be on that, man. Like, hey, that us waiting for some force to sharpen us, to take us out this slumber. That's a mistake on our part, bro. That's folly, man. Just reading that shocks me, man, because that's the truth, and I have to admit that shit. Because it's gonna come on a level, man, and it's gonna shock us into action. But I'm saying we ain't got to wait for that. Stay ready, man. We ain't got to get ready. Steel should sharpen steel. We should be prepared. That's gonna be, man. I mean, it's gonna light the fire, though. You ain't never lied. It's gonna activate it. It will be activated. It won't be a harmonious epiphany that raises the consciousness, bud. Go with yourself, man. it will be that an outside force acted upon that dullness, that lethargy, and got us moving. I hope y'all caught that. I sure the hell did, man. It messed me up, man. I asked for it, huh? Queen Nzinga say, Kimberly Mitchell, Hoover, hey, sis. I hope all is well. Sending my love and prayers. There you go. Fat Rat said, man, page 28 of every Final Call newspaper sponsors an article called How to Eat to Live. Every paper. And for those of y'all who want to know, you should go get the Final Call and go to page 28 to find out how to eat to live. Because I'm going to tell you something, for real, we're going to need that shit. And again, ain't no sense in waiting. Ain't no sense in waiting. Henry said, man, polluted water gives negative thoughts. And when I found that out, I thought about the polluted water in the county jails, man, and the negative ways and actions and the unnatural behaviors. Man, when you say, Brother Bub, about them having some essays in the force, they had all West Side Longo working the west of Long Beach division who got kicked out of the department for some criminal activity. Yeah, they just, what you call shuffle them. That's what they do. Lil H, stop. What it do, Lil One? All right, good to see you in here, bro. Say what's up, big homie. You been drinking your water, looking good, and long live Mr. 100 Days, 100 Nights box. All right, him and my blood brother, man, died the same day, 7 years apart. I'm so lost, man. And I hate to hear that. My condolences about your blood brother losing his, man. And that is a regretful occurrence, man. Box was very loved and respected, and not just by Hoovers. You know what I mean? Let me clarify that right quick. I know that for a fact. But this is what I'm talking about. And I'm this type of thing that's taking place is what needs to stop, what must stop. And that's going to take a lot of work, man. And I'm just, the Fat Rat say, man, it's going to be a certain force that's going to shock us into the present. You know what I'm saying? I just hope like hell it don't come to that, because that ain't going to look nice. But if we are able to get ours together, man, before any of that occurs, man, that's, that would be a credit to all of us, man. It would be a service to each and every one of us, man. The brothers could just say, man, just let it go. You know who's who and what's what about them. Give them 50 feet. Find a way, man, to say, okay, man, I got to forgive enough so that I can deal with what needs to be dealt with, what's in front of us. When it come to Crips, when it come to Bloods, it come to Hoovers, it come to Pyrus, it come to gangsters, non-affiliated, we have to let go of some shit, y'all. And in doing so, we have to know or be mindful that what we let go of also, all right, eat 50 feet and get my shit together. May you do the same, If they telling, they telling. If they're telling and cats supporting that, that shit. What that mean? Get them 50 feet too, man. Align yourself, man, with righteousness, man. With this get out, man, that's calling out to brothers and sisters, man, come be a part of this get out, man, because it's happening. It ain't gonna happen. It's happening. Again, man, this war is being waged against us in so many different aspects, facets. It's coming from all kind of directions, man. I'm telling you, man, it's actually happening. And I think what we see occurring is that which, kind of, soften you up. That soften you up shit, you know what I mean? So when you come in, the resistance won't be so hard or strong, as firm. It's in everything, man. Our food, our water, it's in our heads. I remember 4,800, man, drinking that water. And we were agitated in that mug, man. We were agitated in there, man. We all in that capsule, man. But we all thinking something negative about somebody else in there. Drinking that water, man. That was some of the nastiest water. I swear, man, I used to tell the homies in there, it was toilet water. What you gonna do? But what you gonna do about that? You know? Never forget that shit, man. Yeah, Louis, stop, man. Our condolences, bro. And may you rest well, your brother, man. And the same go for Box, man. Farad say, man, the circumstances we are in is one designed by our enemies. That's true. That's true. But we're in it, or we've been in it as long as we have been by our choice. We know what they designed. We know how they went about this get down. We understand the playbook because they ran the plays on us. We know. We're like a defense, man, a high school, a Pop Warner team defense playing against a pro team, man, offense. You know? And they running the same play on us every time, you know? And we can't stop them. We don't want to, you know? We don't want to. Bunch of grown men and women. We're not trying to stop them, though we know the plays. We keep participating in the game. It's rigged. What they say about the goalposts. That thing keep moving, man. And keep moving. So, you know, this whole thing is rigged, man, and we keep playing with them, though. We keep playing and they get out. I think that falls on us now, man. That falls on us. I think. Donald said, man, I'm chilling. And the same to you and your family as well, Brother Bud. Likewise, bro. I get it and appreciate knowing that. All right, y'all, it's past my time, man. I started 15 minutes late at it, you know, but I'm in here, man. I want to shout out, man, to them brothers and sisters, man, who are about the business. And I don't mean in an ignorant way or just with the stupidity. Them brothers and sisters who were in the field back in the day got the same training a lot of us did, man. And yet here you are. You're doing something more. You're awake. You're conscious, you know, as well as conscious. You know what I mean? I want to send a shout out to each and every one of y'all, man. And that's I like to think that the shot, if it hits home, if it reaches you, it's just a call to order. You know what I mean? It's a call to say, hey, man, we got to get ready, y'all. We're going to be called back up. You know, we're going back into duty. You know what I mean? We may be back in the field. So let's get ready, man. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. That's what I got to say to that, man. All right, everybody. All love and respect, man. Like I say, as always, love yourself, man, so that we're in a position to love our brothers and sisters. When you look at yourself and you know who you're looking at, man, that's who you see when you see them. You know, you. Take care of yourselves so that we know how to take care of each other, man. All right? And you ain't got to be from no particular set, man, to look out for those who need help or assistance. Straight up. All right? Just don't be foolish about it. Power's in the people. Power is in the people, man. Again, man, that's the truth. It ain't nothing I made up. Power's in the people. All right? One love to each and every one of you. I will see you all on the morrow. You are, you have been, and you will be under the groove. One love, everybody.
Count the names, count the bodies, count the victory. Cullen Hughes, Hurston writing future history. From the Apollo to the Borough to the Sphere, where the echo of those Harlem nights still ringing clear. So when they ask what happened in those tenement flats, between the spirituals and where consciousness is at, tell them we transformed suffering to scholarship and song. Tell them we've been telling you we're brilliant all along. The Renaissance will prologue every decade since the sequel. Every black child born's continuation of the people who survived the Middle Passage, survived the Jim Crow laws, and built magnificence from nothing but their vision and their flaws. It's in the sergeant, this is once a less than Hatters, hats, and mistakes. Please don't you, I can't stop us. Power sensitive, watch you the applause for polls. Need your data, talks and counsel, any problem when the wet just wanna build the safe and bait. Now don't get the pause. It's just erasing up the cons, plead the markets off the main. Make it honor fans, turn the neck and love the durn. Suffer like the kesha. You went from the preaching up on side as each lunch on the shit and untrue seeing vets. Someone the very inch on Gary Land. Be hell in heaven, you see what the bound in. If wait something for the mark, rate to keep them for the club and saw the lords to the singer land is carried open stone to keep us looking on my mother record channel resi for the he and let the peasant be is every time we keep a spawn.